Hey guys, it's Core Ross and welcome to 6 News. So today we're looking at the new map in Rainbow Six Siege and this is the Batcave. Sorry, the Lair. It's actually Demus's base. It appears to be built in a cave and it's the only new map this year for Rainbow Six Siege. So fingers crossed that it's a very good one. Now, when this video goes live, I will have already played the new season, so I can't speculate anymore. But this actually leaked out on, I think, Facebook or something like that, where maybe it was accidentally posted or something. So I can actually make this video before I see it, so that I can actually speculate before I actually play it. So this is being done in the middle of the day on a Tuesday, and the preview event will be playing us a little bit later. So yeah, let's jump into this and break this new map down. It's obviously very cool. It's, looks to be very much super villain vibes. It's quite homely in some areas as well. And yeah, let's take a look at it. So obviously I'm getting the Batcave feels. I'm also getting UNSC from Halo kind of feels to it. It looks like a base the UNSC would build. It's also not entirely in a cave because you see trees, you see daylight coming down, but definitely gives the carved into rock feel overall. But I actually think the overall aesthetics of it are very similar to what Nighthaven builds with. When we look at this exterior, I just get very similar vibes from the Nighthaven map. Moving on from that, we've got an interior kind of corridor. Now, I think with most of the views, we don't actually see inside the building. They talked about how this was like the most, or was going to shape up destruction in some way in this map. So I was expecting a lot of destructible surfaces, and it doesn't. I don't actually see much in the entire video. So I don't know what it is. We've got a lot of external pixels. So like we have this massive elevator coming down. This I expect is an external part of the map. I don't think defenders get out here. So like that corridor we just seen and this, I think this is all outside. So it doesn't play a part in the gameplay, but it's pretty cool. And obviously a big elevator. That's very kind of Halo as well, I feel. That kind of elevator style. Then we've got a more homely bit. Again, this appears to be outside. We can see the rock face of the cave. And this gives me the homely feel to it. Like Demus comes out here and practices his boxing. It's kind of a weird thing, and especially that very like nice old stone wall surrounded by all this modern metal and then the carved rock of the cave. It's an unusual kind of setup, and that definitely seems like it's meant to house someone for a long period of time. Then we have a massive blast door, again, give me those Halo vibes. I think this is still outside of the defender's bounds, and overall, kind of nice, good aesthetics, but I don't think gunfights or stuff's going to happen here. Then we have a corridor, again, I think this is outside and leads to the actual building itself, and it's pretty decent looking, nice aesthetics, very different from what we've got previously in Siege. Then we do have an internal corridor, I think. But the barricades are on the inside of the windows. So it could be that we're actually outside and we can go in those windows to get into the building. But I think we're inside. No destructible surfaces here. This is all big stone walls. The ceiling as well is solid. The floor is solid. So I'm not seeing the destruction they talked about. So very interesting. Then we get a definite inside bit. So we do have a partially destructible surface on the ceiling, which is good. We do have a destructible wall on the right hand side as well, but we look like we have solid floors underneath. So I'm still not really seeing the destruction here, but the wall in front of us behind the actual lockers, like just above it, could well be destructible. It looks like destructible surfaces, so maybe we are seeing a lot of destruction options here. We've then got kind of an armory with some very nice weapons set up, like actual skins on them that look quite good. A lot of body armor, headsets, so very much an armory. A lot of destruction is visible, but we only see a small part of this. So of course we got a destructible surface there. Maybe some destructible surface above, but I'm not entirely sure. Then we move on from that to another armory, or maybe more of a trophy area with lots of different weapons put up in glass, lots and lots of shotguns, and a few other weapons. And there's kind of a mark on the back wall, but I think that's just like a metal door that opens for like basically probably bringing in food and stuff like this. This could even be a safe room. I think this might be. And very little destructible surfaces in this area. Maybe the floor is, but can't be entirely sure. Then we have what I would say is Demis's office. This is the one that was in the teaser image. It's got the laptop, which people told me was a chess case, but it has USB ports in the teaser. So it's a laptop. I think it's pretentious laptop as well because I think it's got wood inlay on the top in the teaser. But if it just ends up being a default kind of tactical, rugged laptop, then it won't be as pretentious. And then we also have artwork on the walls, which is a lot of masks. We've seen that in the teaser as well. So that's where I guess Demis gets his mask from. Could also be representing the fact that there might be more than one person going around wearing his mask, perhaps. But I don't know. It's certainly not the same design as the one he actually uses. Looks more like an old school artwork of some sort. Then we have really interesting stuff here. So this is where some of the lore, and this is why I think we're not seeing a lot of the interior of the map, because it's going to be packed with lore. So in my version here that I'm looking at, it's not that great quality. So if the teaser that comes out official has better quality information here that we can actually read, I will inject that right now. But certainly we have Harry, who's got a cross on him, who's been taken out. We see Zero there. We've got a load of different images of different locations, text on stuff. We've got Fenrir on the bottom right with his fear gadget too. We've got a couple of what looks like old black and white photos of people maybe in the 70s perhaps. And that's all I can get from the quality that I have here. Moving on from that, we have what I would say is the garage perhaps. This has got a minigun in the roof. It's got a drone on the wall. There is a lot of destructible surfaces here above and to the sides, but nothing on the bottom. And we've also got a logo that is Cares. 2 skulls and a knife. So interesting to see what that will end up being. But other than that, this room is relatively simple. Looks like similar to the garage in house. And then our next location is, we'll just call it the docks right now. There's a boat in here. There's obvious water underneath it. So this will lead out from this cave into some sort of water system somewhere. And looks good. I would again say this is outside the defender's reach. I think this is part of the exterior of the map and it's not part of where we would normally do the fighting, but maybe not. And then we're back inside, I believe. So this looks more like a lab here. Quite a few destructible surfaces that we can see on the ceiling. Maybe the floor as well, but I'm not entirely sure. This looks like it's going to be a fun room to fight in. Quite a lot of cover to play with and overall really nice. So we finish with another exterior shot, and again, I'm still getting like total Halo vibes out of this big time. And I'm also going to say that it doesn't look that big, but I did say that about the Nighthaven base as well, so I ended up being wrong because that's actually quite a large map. I think we're looking at 2 levels right now, with the second level actually being smaller than the one below. I also think that there's no basement. We didn't see too many destructible surfaces on the floors, so I think we're looking at a 2-level map. If that's the case, it's going to be a relatively small map than usual, but I could be wrong. There's also a lot of access points that looks like they're on the roof here, a couple of different kind of hatch-sized areas with a few other points as well. So I think there's a lot to play with when it comes to the roof, and I would like that. I would like quite a few different ways to get in from above. And then the overall design of it, pretty damn cool. Not what I was expecting. Of course, I was expecting the Heartbreaker boat to show up as a map. Maybe that will come in the future, but this is definitely cool. It's going to be very lore filled. There's going to be a lot of Easter eggs to find, but that doesn't really matter. Of course, the gameplay is the important part because the lore that'll get found, in the first week, and then probably in the test server, and then the actual gameplay for like let's say the next 5 to 10 years is going to be the important part if this map stays good. Hey, Ross from the future injecting in here now. So we've got some concept art. I'm going to play that while the rest of the video plays. And the quality of the video on YouTube is only 720p. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to go in closer on a lot of stuff because the detail just isn't there, at least on the YouTube version, as of its release. But back to the original video. Now, I do wonder if they might turn this into an event map as well. I could see us, actually being on the mission that goes and raids this place, kills some NPCs, maybe chases after a little bit of Demis, because it'd be good to actually see him in game and interact with him and see some story elements play out. So that'd be cool, but I'm kind of not expecting that to be the case, but I would love this to be an actual like single player mission you could go on this map just to play that out in game and have some story elements in game, but we'll see. Right now it's just a brand new multiplayer map, but it is good and I'm very happy to be getting a new map. Definitely need it at this point in the year. But anyway guys, let me know what you're thinking of the brand new map Lair that is coming this season, and it is set in Portugal with the new operator who's also coming from Portugal as well. So anyway guys, thank you very much for watching and I'll catch you next time.